How's that?
Point where, when Matt came in, was doing the cowboy entrances and stuff, Matt was becoming a star. You know what I mean?
Oh,
And
yeah.
I think, and Dana had busted out with, the little locker room bonuses and stuff like that. And I mean, hey, that's one thing I can tell you for 25 years. Monty said it the first time I met him, and he just said it today. Hey, honor contracts, right? You're entitled to some of the income, right? So Dana chipped away at that point, got into Matt's head a little bit. Why don't you tell your end of the story?
Well, the first time I heard about the locker room bonuses, I was like stunned that they're even there. And then I had Rich Franklin at the time, and I went up to Rich, and I just said, "Hey, I got to ask you something." I said, "Have you ever gotten one of those locker room bonuses?" And Rich goes, "Oh my God." He goes, "I am so happy you asked." He goes, "Yes, I did." He goes, "I got $100,000 check, and I will write you a $20,000 check tomorrow." And I go, "Well," he goes, "Dana came up to me, and he had an envelope, and he goes, I got a check for $100,000 in here. I don't want this going to Monty." He goes, "This is for you, directly to you. If you're going to pay Monty, I'm going to keep it." And Rich goes, "No, I'll take it." And then he said the deal was I couldn't tell him, he couldn't tell me about it. And so he waited, hoping that I would say something so that he could do it, because our deal was all fight revenue was a percentage. I did that, and then I also, like, unlike other managers, if I went to Japan, which I did a lot, if they got a yellow card, I got a yellow card. If they lost money, I lost money. When Tim Sylvia got caught for steroids and got fined and money deducted, I got money deducted. We're a team, and that's how I wanted it. I didn't ever want it to be someone would win a $50,000 bonus and the fighter's going, "Yeah," and then me or someone else is like, "Fuck, that didn't help me any." I wanted it to be a team thing. And Tim Bosch was the best at that. Tim would call me and he goes, "Monty, we got another $50,000 bonus. Woo!" He goes, 40 for you, or 10 for you, and 40 for me. And I'm like, "Well, awesome. I mean, how can it be better than that?" And that's how it was set up. And then Matt was the first one that didn't give me a locker room the bonus, because his were big. When
if I could just break it up just a pinch, the rumor was with Hughes that he was maybe the first guy to make that jump from making $30K or so to a fight to making $300K, and now 20% becomes different, and now the wheels started turning, and Dana had a big chip. Is that part of it?
I never knew what the fight. Obviously Dana and Matt were tight. I was not in that circle. I didn't know, and so Matt didn't tell me everything. And I don't have an issue with Matt, even though he did some things that in the end that kind of, cost me a lot of money and stuff, and was hurtful. But when you look at the long run, without Matt Hughes, I don't think I become the manager and person that I became, because people look at Matt, who's managing him, and the management got to be fairly easy when everyone's just calling you. I wasn't out in